Hey guys, it's Wraith and Kat here, and we want to talk about 2025. And I've been dying to tell you about it. We have been working on it, Kat, would you say for the last 8 months?
Yeah.
But definitely the last 6 to get ready what we're doing in 2025. But first, I know, I always hate when people do this, but first, before we get there.
Here's a word from our sponsor.
Exactly. But you know who the sponsors are? They're you. Guys, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and the whole Wraith Rain team does. Our big yearly sale is one of the big drivers of our success over the year and allows us to do big projects like Everdark and the Everdark Academy upcoming podcasts. Without the members, we simply couldn't do it. And I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, yeah. No, this is where the money to pay all of those amazing actors comes from.
Exactly. And the amazing artwork that accompanies that and all of it. These guys really have put their all in. Just amazed to hear my work come to life. But the truth is, without the membership, that could never happen. We could never share this with you. We would not be on YouTube right now talking without the members.
Yeah, that's true. We would basically be Amazon only, and that's really boring.
That's very boring. It's
and
very,
lonely.
very boring. So in case you don't know, we are having our big 50% off a year sale. So you can get Wraith Rain for $4.16 a month. We'll give you the link to all of it in the description in case you're interested in signing up. And those of you who have signed up, again, a big thanks from us. And I wanted to specifically touch upon an email that I received from someone new who did sign up. It was incredibly touching, to be honest with you. Hi, Wraith and everyone. I've recently discovered your series, Everdark. I'm a huge audiobook fan and have hundreds of great and not so great gay MM romance novels narrated by well-known, top-notch industry narrators. When I fell upon your Everdark series, I was very intrigued. I've always found vampires to be very erotic and sexy, but believe it or not, I've never read or listened to one. Well, that is until I listened to the free volume 1 you have on your website. I've been hooked immediately. Upon encountering your Everdark series, I was captivated. While I have always been drawn to the erotic and sensual allure of vampires, I must admit that I have never delved into literature or audiobooks featuring this genre. However, the captivating writing and narration of the free volume 1 on your website instantly hooked me. Undoubtedly, I seized the opportunity to become a member of your RR subscription. I extend my sincere gratitude for the generous discount winter sale, which I appreciate given my fixed income. I must confess that the email sent to me on January 12th resonated deeply with me, and I commend your marketing team for their effective communication.
Well, it wasn't me. It was you. You wrote that.
I do have one question. I'm sure I'll have others, but I have no access to Discord. Where can I find a list of your incredible voice talent for your Everdark series? It's Her Grace Reads, by the way. Mm-hmm. I especially love the main narrator, Edward, as we all. His voice is incredible, deep, smooth, and I'm a huge sucker for a proper Queen's English accent. So many kudos to him. I look forward to discovering your other series, mainly Everdark Academy. One of the things that made them sign up beyond the amazingness of Edward Fox and Friends was an email I sent out about a week ago, I think, to the list. Some of you might be familiar with it if you're on our list. But it was talking about how we all hate subscriptions. I have a subscription site and I hate asking for money and I hate asking for all of this. I am skin crawlingly bad asking people to give money.
Well, that's why I do it.
That's right.
That's my role.
That is your role.
Pay us.
Please.
Buy our stuff.
If you want to, if you can, maybe. I was talking last night about this in the Empire of Stars live stream. I always imagined that as an author who had been writing professionally for 15 years and has people who are employees, like as amazing as Kat, would feel different. I would feel accomplished. I would feel special, right? I got to be special. If there were actual people reading my stuff who were willing to put money to read it, I thought I would somehow feel special.
Like
accomplished.
sparks start shooting out of your forehead.
Exactly. Like somehow I was going to step out and be someone other than I am. But the truth is I feel exactly the same as I did before all this time. So I can't believe that you guys are supporting me, the writing, the team I can believe, but my stories, that still seems really hard for me to fathom.
There's a term for that. Do you know what it is?
Imposter syndrome.
You got it.
I
500 points for Wraith.
right. Gryffindor. Yeah, I know. What I would say is that both Kat and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. I guess you could edit this part out. But both of us have been poor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like
keeping the heat down so low, your hands hurt kind of poor. The kind of where you're like, the choice is between, do I buy a Diet Coke out of this machine, or do I, am I able to do something else? Like that would like rule out doing something else, like all that kind of stuff.
For me personally, it was being envious of my friends who could buy new clothes.
Yeah.
Not thrifted clothes.
Right. That's a huge one. I think when we had to duct tape the car doors on paneling, that was fun.
We had a screwdriver start. Did
There
I
you
tell
go.
you about the
No.
screwdriver start Mercedes? Yeah. It was my grandma's car and it was a diesel.
Oh.
Yeah, super old, right? And the key broke off in the lock and we
God.
just started it with the screwdriver.
Yeah, ours, I think our manner, if you think about mechanics, like literally he saw that we duct taped the door panels on. He, for no money, he welded it on for us. And he said to me after my mom passed, he's like, your mom took such good care of her cars. I said, you took such good care of us. What the whole point of these stories is that I understand that anything you spend, especially on yourself, you have to go through a check, double check, triple check, and then you'll still regret it even if you love every minute, because you're should I have spent that? Should I have done that? And then you're like, fuck it, I'm going to spend it. And here I am asking you to do that last, which is the fuck it, please spend it on us, when I know that there are so many things that are trying to pick your pocket. And I'm also keenly aware that though we started Wraith Rain in 2009, when subscriptions were like
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Now we don't have that problem because everyone has a subscription for you, no matter what it is. Things that it doesn't even make sense to have subscriptions. It's a subscription.
It's ridiculous.
It really is. So I know we all have subscription fatigue. Plus, I know that money is really tight right now for everyone. And the third thing is, and this is like the elephant in the room, literally, if you were in the US, but I know it's everywhere. With the new regime coming in, gay people's position, status, and rights in this country are in danger. To ask someone to spend something frivolous on themselves, like my stories, that's what it feels like in this political environment with this uncertainty, it doesn't feel good to me, but this is the other side of it. I have to take my imposter syndrome out of it and have to remember what history has shown us. When gay people are part of art, whether it be in books, movies, television shows, whether it be on the news or anything, but I'm telling you, when it's in art, we are part of the world. And people who might think they don't know someone who's gay, or think that we aren't human or aren't worthy or are other, once they see us in something that they love, art is really where we find our hearts, our souls, our meaning. It changes people's perceptions. It matters. And it's hard for me as a little person with a little bit of an audience in a little corner of the internet to say to you, supporting me will help our struggle, because that sounds really pretentious, but it's true. Any artist out there who is producing art, no matter how small their audience or how large, I'm telling you right now, you're moving the needle in terms of what is acceptable in quote unquote normal society. And think about it, for those of you who were brought up maybe even in a time much earlier than now, where being gay was so unacceptable that you would do anything not to be gay, and you thought you were the only person in the universe because nobody was out and proud. They weren't. Seeing a gay person in a story or a television show or something what did that make you feel? It made you feel like you were normal, like you were part of this world, just like everybody else, and you deserve to be in it. And you know what? That still happens to this day. While it's more accepted, it's not. It's like the pendulum swings forward and then it swings back, maybe not all the way back, but it swings back hard. So I am going to say that though this is frivolous, my stories are all about, I don't know, flying snakes and machine guns and vampires and elves and all the kind of things. It's still important. The Everdark podcast has amazing actors. Whatever you think about the quality of the writing, I'll take it. But I'm telling you right now, their performances are brilliant. EDA has even more. We are bringing more people in. These actors have told me this, how refreshing and thrilled they are to be able to play gay people who are three-dimensional, who are not tick the boxes, who have lives that are not ending up in tragedy, who basically get to play James Bond and just happen to be gay. It matters. So I'm asking, I guess what I'm saying is when I'm asking now for people to support and I'm attaching it to this larger picture, I really think as the crazy ramps up in this year, you're going to need a break from that. And art's where you find that relief and a place you feel that's your own and where you're accepted. And I hope you will choose Wraith Rain to be that place because we'd have an incredibly accepting membership.
I feel like it would kind of be a dereliction of duty if we went on like, tra-la-la, we're putting out our little stories, aren't they cute? And not acknowledging the fact that it is a refuge for people. We know it. We know it. People have told us on the Discord. People have told us in emails and in live streams. Like, your story saved my life. Like, literally. And so when an artist gets that kind of feedback, it's irresponsible not to acknowledge it, I think.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And
otherwise, we would be putting our blinders on just like a lot of other people and pretending that this bigger issue doesn't exist when it absolutely does.
And I do want to say that I have, whenever I've heard someone say this, and I think it was said like 3 times last night, which really stunned me, that Wraith Rain is a refuge for people, saved their lives, made things easier for them in any small way. I'm always stunned, and I will continue to always be stunned and grateful for that I could do that, because we oftentimes feel very helpless in the face of so much shit that comes down the pike. And I realized, I was like, I've got to tell people what you mean to me. And I want to be a part of it. I just have never felt like I'm in an important part of it.
It's awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. I wanted to say thank you to that person who wrote me. I wanted to say thank you to all of the members who have signed up and continue to support us. And I wanted to say thank you to those of you who, listen or play, do anything, buy a book or listen and give a like or comment or subscribe. It's hugely important. We can't do this without you. And like I said, I truly hope, if you can, that you sign up and take advantage of this really big 50% off sale. We really can't thank you enough.